Yeah.
If I want to make this work, I need to understand money. I need to understand how it works, and I need to know what it means to match it. It's not just about passion anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I need to create a sustainable way of living.
Yeah.
And so that was the main goal.
Mm-hmm.
And in I mean, I jokingly say that it's taxes, but it's also sometimes your passion drives you to do things out of the things that you love,
Yeah.
right? And not particularly being pragmatic about what works.
Yeah.
And usually you don't also get to know until it doesn't work, or it burns you in some way,
Yeah.
somehow. And so for me, I knew I needed someone who was professional in that level to help me understand what it was,
Yeah.
because I didn't even understand. I didn't understand what, I mean, in the context of Rwanda, you create a service, you sell a product, you sell a service, you give purchase code, EBMs, and what.
Yeah.
When you're starting a business, how much time do you have for your grace period, whatever. All of these things I didn't particularly understand.
Yeah.
All I had was a drive,
Yeah.
a drive to do this and to see if I can make a living out of it. But at the same time, there are people who know these things, who have an understanding, who live this on their day to day,
Yeah.
right? And they can help as well. So not everything, as much as we're saying, well, we have to do everything ourselves, we don't have to do everything ourselves. There are people who specialize on these things as well that can not only help you understand, but can take the burden off, and they can manage.
Yeah.
Because I dreaded doing Excel spreadsheets. Like, I hated it. I hated it so much because I liked seeing money come in,
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
but then how I spend that, how I'm going to recoup it back, or how often I need to sell that specific product
Yeah.
for me to get to my break even, or to make sure that everything else is taken care of for me to continue to do what I do.
Yeah.
I didn't have any comprehension of it. I did an artwork, and then, okay, somebody loves it, they're willing to buy it, okay, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But then how do I use the money that comes in to sustain me?
Yeah.
No idea. It was just like, okay, let me create another one.
Yeah.
And then I had to create the type of system, right? So if I'm producing one art for 5K,
Yeah.
then I will top it off with my profit, do a bit of a margin, but also this has to help me to do another art,
Yeah.
right? So then I started with just doing, okay, I will charge double the production cost, so I can, if I'm selling one, I'm making two next time,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
And so that just created the ripple effect.
Yeah.
And it does not touch my profit. My profit will still be there. That's what I get paid as an artist. But then it does not hinder my production
Yeah.
as well. I'm not taking my production to produce something else. I'm taking the production cost that I charged twice to make two more. So that was the first thing that I did for myself.
Mm-hmm.
That way I started saving a little bit more,
Yeah.
and then my production cost was not hindered by anything else.
Yeah.
So then managing your own finances also comes under that. When you're producing, how much is it costing you? And then if you're trying to also have less, then how do you reduce your production cost?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that means you need to, instead of doing multiple deliveries, you do one day,
Yeah.
a certain amount of time, one price,
Mm-hmm.
one moto guy who will deliver everything.
Everything.
So
Yeah.
then you will start thinking about the details and where you're, I guess the term is like bleeding money, right?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
are you losing money? And then you tighten up the screw
Yeah.
a bit more, and then that becomes the structure later on. But
Yeah.
initially yeah,
You don't.
it's not there.
It's not at the beginning. Yeah. You kind of figure it out along
Yeah.
the way. But
Yeah.